finally nice to get to chat with you. I heard Cinderella about a month ago, and
Right.
upon first listen, is a very infectious track. So
Oh,
congratulations on that.
amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah, no, I'm really pleased about it all. Yeah. Yeah.
Fantastic. Now, obviously, I love Cinderella, but what does the song sort of represent to you, as a performer?
Well, yeah, I mean, it was one of the first songs I wrote for the first album, and I remember like meeting with Miranda Cooper, who basically is like a pop queen. She's written, basically like all the Girls Aloud hits and everything, and we teamed up together, and it was the first day I met her, and I could hear, this kind of like 80s, it was so 80s when we first wrote it, kind of like 80s kids down the corridor, and I like came to it, I was like dancing like crazy, I was like, oh my god, like, and Donkey Boys there, like producers, and they just had such an amazing vibe going on, and they'd already kind of like got this kind of Cinderella theme running through it about, like a girl that like wants to go out and have fun and meets a guy, and this time she'd like lose both of her shoes for him as opposed to running her home and not, and I just like loved it, and I was like, oh my god, it's Cinderella, and we just were like, I just kind of played on like a modern day fairy tale with it really, and I just think the song's really fun and uplifting and really and really sweet. It makes you want to dance, and pretty much, yeah.
Fantastic. Now, you did post this on your Facebook page as a little saying that Cinderella is proof positive that a pair of shoes can change your life.
Yeah.
Do you believe that?
Oh no, yeah, definitely. Oh, I do love my shoes. I do. I really do. But yeah, I know it is like, it's just like, I just love the classic Cinderella story. It's like my favourite Disney story ever. So I'm so glad that I got to write a song about it. Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. Now, sort of at the moment, sort of, your imagery and everything that you post online tells us that Diana Vickers is kind of living the fairy tale dream. You're making pop music videos, you're on magazine covers, you have your own fashion line. Do you kind of feel like a Cinderella, or is that really the case?
Well, it all does, I do. I like, in one way, I really do. Like, especially the second time round, that with my new record label and this album that I really believe in, I'm doing my acting thing as well, and I do feel like, wow, I'm living the dream, and I'm so, so lucky, and there's not a day go by where I don't wake up and I go, you know what, I'm so happy that I am doing my acting, I've got this album, I'm getting it out there. At the same time, it is hard work. It's definitely not like, all glitz and glamour, and like, I am working my little bum off, and it's been an emotional roller coaster to get to this stage where I'm actually delivering the album. But in a way, I do feel like a bit of Cinderella, having it, living the dream a little bit, yeah.
Fantastic. Now it's been a few years since Songs from the Tainted Cherry Tree was out, which you had quite a bit of success with. Now you're making songs about making boys cry. So tell me a little bit about the new album, and is it a change of direction for you?
Well, it's still pop, and I think that it's a bit more like sophisticated and more mature, a lot more mature than the first album, and I just took the time away. I was like, you know what, I'm going to lock myself like in this zone. I'm going to write this album, not be with a record label. I'm going to concentrate, not get any distractions, and really find out, write a load of songs that I might not believe in until, and really find out like where I am and who I am as an artist. And I just, I think like I listened to so many records, and I was like this album, I was listening to Blondie and Madonna and Kylie and Annie, and all these people really inspired me, and I got kind of on really 80s, but then it's still very much, very poppy and really feel good pop, and it's quite girl power as well. Like, Music to Make Boys Cry is one of like the main tracks from the album, one of my favorites, and I just kind of love what the song represents. It's all about just being really happy and confident in your own skin and not really needing anyone else, and wanting to lock yourself away and just indulge in your own emotion and like write music to make boys cry, and I don't know, and just very like girl power, yeah.
Kind of bringing it back for the girls, because those boys sometimes do know how to make girls cry, don't they?
Oh my god, they do indeed, they really do.
Now, something tells me you've had your heart stomped on a few times by a few boys who've murdered your love.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know.
Is that a prevalent theme in your music?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think, well, this album, I kind of fell in love, like, during writing the end of it. So I think that helped me a little bit. And I know when I was falling in love and I went to, like, Paris, and I fell in love with Paris, and then I've written a few songs on the album about being in, you know, not like romantic about Paris or whatever, but because I fell in love with Paris, I wrote, like, about French things and kind of went a bit French house on some of it. So, yeah, I don't know. It's not really. I mean, not a lot of the songs on this album are about having my heart broken or whatever. No, because I wasn't in that place at all. If anything, I think they're more uplifting and about being happy and falling in love and, you know, things like that.
Fantastic, fantastic. Now, you did have a pretty good run on X Factor, and I want to know, sort of in your words, how is X Factor different to, you know, becoming an artist in the more traditional route, which you're doing now? So you've kind of got to do both platforms. But how is it different? How is it different, really?
It is so different. You know, when you come off the X Factor, I think some people, you know, might, you know, get, you know, the first time round they'll just soar and they'll get into this like big world where they'll be, you know, so big or whatever. And I just feel like for me, when I was with my major label, I was getting so lost and I had a massive identity crisis and I didn't know like what artist was. I was so young when I came into the industry, and I was like, I thought I really knew myself really, really well and that I knew what I wanted to do, but I really didn't. And I think I'm so grateful that I left that record company and that I got to like do it really as more of a real artist and take that downtime, and not only just because writing the album or whatever, but just genuinely like living and being young. Like I took my time to like find out what part of London I wanted friends. Like I met more people and I got to write this album in my own time, and I feel that like I prefer this way so much better than, you know, I just got to live a little and learn, and I'm so happy. I'm so glad that I got to do it this way.
Oh, fantastic! So it sounds like the new album is definitely going to be a little bit more you than the first album.
It is. Well, you know, the first time round, like I had so much help writing it, and really, I really was just trying to discover myself and find out my art, like what artist I want to be. But like this time round, like without a doubt, it's like my baby. I was so hands on with it, and it's just all from like me and what I wanted.
Fantastic, fantastic. Now, tell us about your newfound career in acting. I've read that you've been out to South Africa quite recently.
Yeah, I did an indie film in South Africa. That was really cool. I was only a small part, but it was a really, really good project to be a part of. And, you know, I got to work with some really great people, and you know, and he really gave me the acting bug, and I came back from then and was going on more auditions, and I got a new comedy series called Give Out Girls for Sky Living, which it's going to be airing later this year. And that for me was just so good. I was, you know, it's about 4 promo girls, and it's about how they are in their work environment. You know, you see people like dressed in crazy outfits, promotion girls trying to like lure you in with some crazy energy drink and kind of sell you this product, and it's all about how, you know, how they communicate with, you know, the public, and I had such a laugh doing that, and it made me want to get into more comedy, definitely.
Oh, fantastic. So it sounds like we're going to be seeing a lot more of Diana's face on our TV screens.
Yeah,
soon.
Hopefully. Yeah, definitely.
What's the hardest part about being you right now?
The hardest part about being me, I'd say, because I've maybe been away, maybe I've been away so long and trying to do the second album, the hardest thing for me is everyone that's hearing it is absolutely loving the single and so excited about it, but because I've been away so long, some people don't really know that I'm out again, and it's kind of like difficult for me to try and like, oh, you know, I'm back and I want everyone to hear it. When people do hear it and people that are aware are so into it and so want to be involved and want to know about the album, but I think the hardest thing for me is I really want everyone to hear it, and sometimes it's difficult getting it out there. Yeah.
Sounds like you're a bit impatient for the album to come out.
Yeah, like I just want to get everything out. I want everyone to hear it. I want it to be in every country. I don't want it to be everywhere. Totally.
Now that was the hardest part about being you. What's the best part about being you right now?
best part of being me right now. Oh, I love being me right now. I'm really happy. I finally, like, I've been signed to my new record label. I'm finally getting my music out. I've got a great team around me. I've got my amazing, fabulous friends. I'm in love. I'm happy. I don't know. I'm turning 22. I'm pretty happy at the moment, really. I'm really happy in life. Yeah.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, I can't wait to, hopefully you'll be showcasing this album pretty soon in London. I can't wait to see your next show live. And
that would be amazing.
Yeah. Any closing words for readers of EQ Music?
No, just like, I hope that, like, you know, everyone gets the album when it's out, and I hope they really, really enjoy it. Yeah, that's it really, and loads of love to them all. Yeah.